Urgent Kansas City Chiefs fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Kansas City Chiefs updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, this offseason has been anything but quiet. As we all know, the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a heartbreaking Super Bowl loss in 2025. Yeah, that sting still lingers, but if there's one thing about this team, it's their resilience. The franchise has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, making moves, tweaking the roster, and looking for ways to strengthen their squad so they can not only return to the big game but win it next time around. And let me tell you, there's a lot of optimism swirling around Arrowhead Stadium and among Chiefs fans worldwide. Now, it's true that the team's core remains solid. Patrick Mahomes, of course, continues to dazzle with his incredible talent, arm strength, and football IQ, making him one of the most unstoppable quarterbacks in the league today. His connection with Travis Kelce is still one of the deadliest duos in NFL history, and with the receiving core around them evolving, the Chiefs' offense looks poised to be even more lethal this season. They've done a good job during the offseason addressing some of their needs, but of course, the NFL never stops, and neither do the teams trying to get better. On the defensive side, under the leadership of Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs have been focusing on maintaining a strong defensive front, especially in the pass rush department. Spagnuolo's defense has always been a key part of their identity, aggressive, versatile, and relentless. Last year, they faced some challenges, especially in generating consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So naturally, the focus has been on bolstering that front line, and that's where the latest rumors and reports are creating some buzz among fans and analysts alike. One thing that's clear is that the Chiefs have been pretty content with their pass rush situation, but as always, they're keeping an eye out for upgrades. You see, in the NFL, even a small improvement at a critical position can make all the difference in close games, especially during the playoffs. The edge rusher position, in particular, is one of those areas where a single difference maker can turn the tide. And that's exactly what has football analysts like Pro Football Focus talking about potential additions that could take Kansas City's defense to the next level. So, what's the scoop? Well, according to Pro Football Focus, the Chiefs have been relatively steady with their current group of pass rushers, but they recognize that adding a proven veteran on the edge could be a game-changer. Right now, Mike Dana, who's been with the team for a few seasons, has struggled to consistently deliver high-grade pass rush performances. Over his 5-year career, Dana has posted some decent numbers, but in terms of elite production, he's fallen short. In fact, he's posted sub-60. 0 PFF pass rush grades in 4 of his 5 seasons, which suggests that while he's a valuable rotational player, he might not be the answer to the Chiefs' primary pass rushing needs if they want to contend at the highest level. That's where the discussion gets interesting. The suggestion from analysts and insiders is that the Chiefs could benefit from bringing in a veteran edge rusher, someone who has proven they can generate pressure, disrupt the quarterback, and make plays when it counts. And one name that's been generating a lot of buzz is Za'Darius Smith, a player with a solid track record and a reputation for being a disruptive force on the edge. Za'Darius Smith, now 32 years old, is a player who has shown he can still produce at a high level despite his age. Over the past 3 seasons, Smith has maintained a remarkable pass rush grade of 90. 1 according to PFF, which places him in the 93rd percentile among edge rushers. That's no small feat. Last season alone, playing for both the Cleveland Browns and Detroit Lions, Smith managed to rack up a combined 9 sacks, 17 quarterback hits, and 9 tackles for loss. That level of production isn't just impressive, it's exactly what a team like Kansas City needs to add to their front 7. Now, some might wonder, why Smith? Why now? Well, the Chiefs' defensive line, with players like George Karlaftis and Charles Omenihu, already has a solid core, but in the NFL, depth and talent at the edge position are critical, especially when facing high-powered offenses in the AFC. Adding a veteran like Za'Darius Smith could bring not only production but also leadership and experience to the room. It's a move that makes sense from a strategic point of view because Smith's ability to disrupt the pocket and make plays in key moments aligns perfectly with the Chiefs' defensive philosophy. Plus, the beauty of adding a veteran on a relatively affordable deal is that it's a shrewd move financially. The Chiefs have been effective in the past at finding value in the free agent market, and bringing in a player like Smith could be one of those low-cost, high-impact moves that define their offseason. It's the kind of move that could allow Spagnuolo to unleash even more blitz packages, send more pressure, and keep opposing offenses on their heels. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what about the other pass rushers on the roster? Well, Dana is a solid rotational piece, and George Karlaftis is showing promise as a young, developing talent. But adding an established veteran like Smith would give Spagnuolo even more options and flexibility. It would also send a message to the league that the Chiefs are serious about defending their title and not leaving any stone unturned. This kind of addition could be the difference in a close playoff game, tipping the scales in Kansas City's favor. Remember, the Chiefs are no strangers to making bold moves during the offseason. They've built a reputation for smart, strategic signings that often pay dividends come January. And given how close they were last season, falling just short of another Super Bowl appearance, it's clear that they're not settling. They want to go all in on another championship run. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and there are always challenges. The team still needs to balance cap space, chemistry, and the development of younger players. But the core philosophy remains: add talent where it counts, especially in positions that can swing the outcome of games. The Chiefs have shown they're willing to make those moves, and a veteran pass rusher like Za'Darius Smith fits that mold perfectly. So, as we look ahead to the upcoming season, keep an eye on this story. If the Chiefs manage to bring in someone like Smith, or similar veteran talent, it could be the final piece they need to take that next step toward reclaiming the Super Bowl crown. The defense, which has often been the Achilles heel in tight games, could transform into a nightmare for offenses trying to establish the run or protect their quarterbacks. And let's not forget the importance of the offseason in shaping a team's destiny. This is the time when teams set the tone, when they make those shrewd signings, and when they position themselves for a deep playoff run. For Chiefs fans, the hope is that these strategic moves pay off and that your team comes back stronger, more prepared, and hungrier than ever. The chance to see Patrick Mahomes lead another historic charge, supported by a revamped defense that can get after the passer and shut down opponents, well, that's what makes this upcoming season so exciting. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize how much this potential move highlights the Chiefs' commitment to excellence. They're not just looking to patch gaps, they're aiming to build a roster that can handle the best the NFL has to offer. The addition of a veteran pass rusher like Za'Darius Smith would be a statement that Kansas City is serious about reclaiming their throne and defending their legacy. So, Chiefs fans, stay tuned because the offseason is far from over, and the best is yet to come. The team is always in the hunt for those key pieces that can make all the difference in the postseason. I'll be keeping a close eye on how things develop, and I'll be here to bring you all the latest updates, rumors, and analysis. But for now, let's keep the faith, cheer loud, and get ready for what promises to be an electrifying season ahead. The Kansas City Chiefs are not done yet, and if they make the right moves, they'll be right back in the mix, competing for that elusive Super Bowl trophy once again. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Kansas City Chiefs. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Kansas City Chiefs news.